It's Rob, and we're back with the Plant Manifesto, baby. So the weather has officially started to warm up in the O. We're starting to hit like 80s on a normal basis. I needed to repot my Monstera Thai Constellation into a bigger pot, and then I need to use that pot for my Frydek. So we are going to be repotting the Frydek today, and let's talk about how you know when it's time to repot. So the Frydek itself is doing very, very well. I've probably had it inside of this pot for about a year and a half to 2 years now. I can definitely tell that it's definitely time to repot just because it's starting to dry out a lot faster. I'm having to water it more frequently. That's one of the biggest signs, is if you're having to water it all the time. It's because there's no more dirt at the bottom of it. It's pretty much just roots. Other than that, I just think that with a bigger pot, it'll be able to hold the moisture a lot better. As of right now, it's in direct sunlight, so it tends to dry out a little bit quickly, but with that bigger pot, it should be able to hold the moisture a little bit better. Here's a look at the new leaf that's growing out on the Frydek. I would usually recommend to have this be hardened already before trying to repot, but I've been holding it off for too long and it's time. So I went ahead and removed all of the support stakes, because all of those are pretty much going to have to come along into the new pot. This is the last support stake. Get that off. This is the pot that we will be sizing up into. Like I said, this was in my Monstera Deliciosa Thai Con. That is now in that pot over there. So everybody's getting a pot. As always, we're going to fill the bottom of our pot with our soil mix. It's going to be the Fox Farm, the orchid bark, the perlite, and then just some worm castings. Put that all in there. This is going to be our chunky soil. We're going to mix that up. And you always want to have some as the base at the bottom of your pot before putting the plant in there. This is going to be a chunky soil, drains pretty quickly. That is what the Frydek likes. Do one more scoop, that should be good. So I'm now going to try to get this Frydek to free up out of the pot that it's in currently. You always do that by pretty much squeezing the sides, just getting it to loosen up, and then trying to see if we can get it to come on out. That was a pretty good pull. Roots are looking great on this guy. It makes me wonder, should I repot it? I mean, it's root bound, but not extremely root bound. I'm gonna go ahead and go up for the upsize pot anyway. Oh, Lord. The coolest thing about the Alocasia Frydek is that it grows by these little corms. So I was able actually to harvest these guys, and we can actually make more variegated Frydeks from these corms. There's a giant one right here that I am wondering if I should take or not. And I think I'm going to, because it's huge. This guy is stuck on here. So I am not actually going to take it. I think this actually might be using this as a food source. Most of the time when corms are, pulled off easily, they're like ready to go. This one, like I said, I just tried to pull it and was on there pretty tightly. So we're going to leave that because I think it needs to stay. Repotting is always such a mess, but we got her back in their pot. We got her staked up. We put the dirt back in. There's a dry, chunky soil. Got her covered back up, but there is something that we're missing for this guy. You guys know I like to top off with some long fiber sphagnum moss. This is the one, or the type, that I have currently. So that's what went on top of here. This is officially ready to go back into its spot. And as always, I always tell you guys right after repotting, always make sure you go ahead and you water. But get all those plants that you need repotted before it starts getting too sunny or too bright out. But you want to make sure to give her a good drink so all that soil settles. And we are done. Make sure you guys stay tuned. I'll tell you what to do with your corms.